Hey ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to the channel. As always, it is Nick here, back with your daily crypto news and analysis, and today we're going to be talking about Hedera or Hbar, and I have quite a bit of things to talk about, specifically a lot of stuff with tokenization and pretty much the future of Hbar. So sit back, relax, and before we fully jump into this video, I just want to ask if you guys could please leave a like on this video. It does help the channel grow immensely, and I do greatly appreciate it. Now, with that in mind, let's jump in. So, we are having a little bit of a shaky day today in the markets. Totally fine. Still totally healthy. I'm totally bullish on December still, especially into quarter one and possibly even quarter two of 2022. I think that this cycle could lengthen quite a bit, especially if we are looking at Bitcoin kind of just ranging on and consolidating for a fairly long time. I think that that's very bullish for us overall, and it's also very bullish for altcoins as well. Now, also in the market, we are going to be looking at Hbar today, and Hbar kind of just sitting stable, if you will. Nothing too crazy in terms of price movement. Volume still down, similar to a lot of other altcoins as well. And I suspect that we are very close to this market changing up a little bit into a bullish sentiment point. But we have to range for a little bit longer, and so will Hbar and all of our altcoins. There is a select few that are continuing to have some, major moves on the 24-hour. We are still seeing, stacks up about almost 12%. We are seeing Clayton up a little bit, Voyager token, Luna. There's a few altcoins up still, but I don't think that there's too much movement going on. I don't think that these are extremely crazy moves, and I think that when we're talking about the market right now, we're just kind of ranging on. But I suspect that December is going to be very bullish for us. But before we fully jump in this video, I just want to let you guys know that the Ultimate Crusader Trading Bundle Pack is still on sale, 35% off for a limited time only until the end of this month. And of course, if you guys are looking into, getting a lot of content that does include, exit strategies, my trading indicators, residual income plans, pretty much, what I'm doing after the market, goes into a bull market, if you will. You guys could do so by getting the Ultimate Crusader Trading Bundle Pack and getting pretty much everything that is on the website, as well as all future content for free. It's totally up to you guys if you guys want that. Links are down in the description below, as well as in the comments below. Now, let's talk about what I am talking about when I say Hbar is not only coming for the top 10, it's also coming for the top 5 at least. Okay? And when I say this, I mean it into, sort of an idea on where Hbar is going to be in the coming years. Okay, first off, I'm very bullish on Hbar. You guys already know that. And in terms of having a vision on what Hbar is pretty much building, they are pretty much focused on almost every industry. They're not just focused on one. Of course, you guys could see this on their use case list on their website. But in my mind, when I say that it's going to be in the top 5, I truly mean it in a serious tone. Knowing what Hbar is building, it is the 3rd generation crypto. It is going to be an absolute giant in the coming years. Yes, we are very early. Yes, we are in Hbar's infancy stages. But I suspect that Hbar is going to be a giant of a name in crypto and in the coming years. All right, this is going to be a household name, a blue chip stock, if you will, once everything is fully built out. We are only 2 years into Hbar's ecosystem, and look at what has happened in just 2 years alone. Now, of course, we do see here, and it's only just the beginning. NFTs were never supposed to be just JPEGs, and Hedera is proving this by focusing on the healthcare industry, data security and privacy, and many more. Even, we're talking about real estate too. Tokenization is much bigger than what you see now. And of course, if you guys missed it, the NFT industry experienced a historic 2021, but what can you expect in 2022 and beyond? A new 100-plus page research report dives into the long-term value of non-fungible tokens. Like I said, it had a historical year, but NFTs are going to grow and grow and grow, especially once we are talking about like digital IDs coming into place. We're talking about digitization pretty much taking over at a rapid pace in the finance scene as well. The security scene, the data scene. Data is essentially the new oil. We've talked about this. In terms of tokenization and digitization is leading the way. That's why I even said here, tokenization is moving incredibly fast, and soon every aspect of life will be tokenized. In my opinion, Hbar will lead the way for tokenization. Do you know what you hold? Hello, future. And if you guys missed it, Hbar Foundation pretty much partnered with Third Act. Enter Third Act, a first-of-its-kind marketplace where theater fans can collect and share memorable moments and digital collectibles as NFTs. Third Act has received a grant from the Hbar Foundation to support the growth and development of the platform. And of course, we do see here the launch collection is a collab with two-time Tony Award winner and Grammy Award nominee B. Stoke Mitchell and his live streaming talk show Crossovers Live. Like I said, this is pretty huge in terms of the theater scene, in terms of movies and stuff like that. I think that movies, we actually just seen an announcement with the new Spider-Man movie that they are giving out NFTs for those who are pretty much going to watch the movie on its premiere day. That's huge. NFTs are becoming a regular thing. They're pretty much flowing into everyday aspects. And that's why when I say tokenization is going to lead the way and pretty much take over everyday life, it is happening. Every aspect of life will be tokenized. And in my opinion, I believe that Hbar will be the front-running name for this. Now, in terms of tokenization and digitization, check this out. Did you know as of August 2021, 38% of online grocery shoppers said they were still avoiding stores because they were nervous about COVID-19. To learn more about how to leverage universal digital coupons in commerce, contact, and of course, smart commerce. But in terms of this is the Coupon Bureau. We know that they are working with Hbar, and in terms of what's happening, yes, digitization is leading the way, especially even for online stores as well. You could grocery shop online. You could pretty much shop anything online. That's why digital coupons are going to grow astronomically in terms of use as well as pretty much in popularity. In my mind, the Coupon Bureau is a perfect name in the game for digital coupons. And Hbar being, of course, a partner with them, that's going to be allowing a massive transactional flow. Just imagine coupons for Amazon, Walmart, pretty much top tier companies, all pretty much revolving around Hbar. It's going to be massive. Now we also see here South Korea's Shinhan Bank and South Africa-based Standard Bank ZA will issue stablecoins backed by their local currencies and use Hedera to facilitate international remittances. Now listen to this interview with Mance Harmon. Now, as you guys know, we've been talking about this update for a fairly long time, but listen closely.
So I think what's happening in our case is that the banks are wanting to understand how to use stablecoins, how to issue stablecoins, explore what are the pros and cons, the advantages and the disadvantages of stablecoins. And in the case of Shinhan and Standard Bank, they decided to explore in this initial POC the use of stablecoins for international remittances. I think it's still early days again, and the banks are learning through this process and understanding what the value prop is relative to other stablecoins in the market.
And if you listen closely, banks are just now learning. Banks are in infancy stages for adoption of crypto. This update is huge, but think about how small of an update this actually is compared to what is going to be unfolding within the banking and financial scene with crypto adoption. We are incredibly early. I don't think people realize just how early we are. But of course, this is from the Hedera CEO. He understands, and you should all understand as well if you are doing your research, how early we actually are in terms of crypto adoption through the banking and the financial scene. Now we also hear, does anyone know what is happening with Hbar and these false wicks? And again, in terms of the price for Hbar, I just want you to all understand that this coin, okay, this asset is the most hyper-suppressed asset in this space right now. It is 100% manipulated by whales and bots. First off, understand why it is being manipulated. I remember specifically, and for anybody who's not new and was listening to me back in the day for Polygon, because this is when I didn't even do YouTube, I was just only tweeting about Polygon at the time. We were holding this since the beginning of 2021. Okay, we were actually holding this in December of 2020. But this was trading at about like 1 cent, and so it was continuing on its upward path. But this was very suppressed for a very long time before it actually had this breakout point. In fact, another coin similar to this is the Graph. Graph was extremely frustrating for a lot of individuals because if you didn't know, all right, back in the beginning of the year when we jumped to like about $2.72, we were actually in this again around the December timeframe. This is pretty much when it launched. We were in at around 20 to 30 cents. This is where we were buying. Okay, and it had some nice little bit of a influx in price, but then we kind of consolidated, and we consolidated because bots were pretty much holding us down. The volume was extremely crazy from the bots, pretty much sell pressuring the asset to the bottom. And why was that? Well, look at what ended up happening. It skyrocketed. And that is exactly what's going to happen with Hbar as well, because these major assets that get manipulated on a day-to-day basis always have a similar breakout. That's why these wicks are crazy, and this is exactly why a lot of these assets that you look at that turn out to be extremely bullish are hyper manipulated and suppressed. Now we also hear, can anybody name one crypto that's leaderless, ABFT, using only a fraction of kilowatts an hour of energy per transaction, that's carbon negative, with 100,000 transactions per second, with possible unlimited transactions per second, with 3-second deterministic finality and verifiable timestamps? And that's decentralized across every continent other than Hbar. And there's really not. There's nothing out there, especially with ABFT. It's one of a kind. I don't think people realize how special of an altcoin Hbar actually is. I get it. PA sucks. The price sucks. The price sucks on a lot of altcoins until they do have their massive breakout event. Solana had the same exact momentum. A lot of these altcoins deal with very suppressed prices for a fairly long time. I know year to date, this chart looks extremely good, but overall, this was pretty much ranging for a very long time. It made gains, okay? It did, from about $1.16 or $1.60, I mean, to all the way up to like $50. Yeah, it did a pretty good, pump. It did like over a 30x, right? But Hbar, okay, is still up almost 1,000% year to date in terms of percentages, and we are still very early. It's going to be a clear winner, short term and even long term, especially if we have the lengthened cycle into quarter 1 and quarter 2. Now, in my mind, we also look at this. DBS, huge Singapore bank, which again, not a lot of people are actually looking at DBS because we just recently had a GC announcement from Hedera's side. But the largest bank in Southeast Asia by total assets, partners with Ripple and on Hedera's GC. XRP trades on their digital exchange, definitely going to add Hbar at some point in time. This is going to be very bullish for us. Again, I don't think a lot of people are looking at the facts behind closed doors, because I get it. Everybody's focused on the price right now. But if you know the fundamentals and you understand what you hold, you will not be worried at all. People are so worried about the PA on Hbar right now that they're not even buying at these bare bottom prices that we have seen going all the way back to September. Okay, and I went way too far down. Sorry. But in terms of Hbar, right? I get it. I get it where everybody's kind of concerned with the circulating supply, the price, blah, blah, blah. But their ecosystem is prospering. It's blossoming into, a top tier asset. Understand what you hold, and you will no longer worry about the PA. I am not worried about the PA, and for anybody who is worried about the PA, maybe this wasn't the asset for you. Maybe you didn't do enough research. Maybe you don't understand what you hold. But anybody who does knows that Hbar is a beautiful asset in the making that is going to blossom into one of the largest flowers in the game right now. And with that in mind, I hope that you all enjoyed this video. If you guys did, definitely leave a like, subscribe, turn notifications on. If you guys want more free content, you guys are more than welcome to follow me on Twitter and join the free Discord down in the description below. As always, I hope that you all have a beautiful day or a beautiful night wherever you guys are in this beautiful world. This has been Nick. Peace out, guys.